There's been lots of talk about the La Nina weather pattern is going to set in for winter of 24 and spring of 25, but will that affect our weather here in Oklahoma? Let's go ahead and dive into that right now.
I'm Blair Harp, and this is a sign that you may have a plumbing problem. This is a pretty good sign that you're having an electrical problem. And finally, this is a sure sign that your heating system is already a problem or will be soon. Lucky for you, this sign means if it's broken, it's about to get fixed quickly in the most professional, cost-effective way possible.
Hey guys, let's talk about this upcoming winter 24-25 and possible spring for Southern Plains and Oklahoma. I've noticed a lot of information coming out the last few days with the dreaded it's all over, we're not going to have winter, we're not going to have any of this, any of that. And I'm going to tell you right now that is not predictable just based on La Nina and El Nino, especially here in Oklahoma. So let's just jump into it and I'll give you my thoughts on what's going on here now. So this is our seasonal, or the Climate Prediction Center has put out this seasonal temperature outlook. This will be for November, December, and January. Doesn't quite go through the end of winter, so this is just a 3-month outlook. And so we have the above normal temperatures for the areas here. This just a gradient map on like the a couple degrees above, 2 degrees, 4 or 5. This doesn't mean hot. This is just, it looks hot on the map, but that's not what that means. It doesn't mean we're going to be hot during the winter time here in Oklahoma. And then we have our precipitation below average and equal chances of precipitation here. This is November, December, and January. We don't typically get a lot of precipitation this time of year anyway, especially November and December. So not really a big deal there. So this is based kind of on the move to La Nina, the overall global weather pattern. That's kind of what this is based on. And I'll go ahead and look at this here. I'll show you guys why I have a different perspective on things for us here in Oklahoma. So here we have our pattern here, El Nino and La Nina. Here we lie in Oklahoma, the central United States. And we kind of lie right on the transition zone for both weather patterns. So we get a little bit of both for each scenario. If you're in the northwest and it's a real strong El Nino, you'll probably have a big effect at your snow lodges and things of that nature, and your temperatures probably be well above average compared to, years previous. And then you're also going to see your southern plains, the southeast part of the United States. They may have a really severe weather season, a really strong severe weather season, and a really wet weather pattern for them, and an El Nino pattern. But here we lie right in the middle, as usual. We're not moving anywhere. And then our La Nina pattern is going to be colder, generally, overall, for the northern part of the United States, and a little bit wetter, with the overall jet stream pattern a little bit further north. This would be the southern jet here. But drier to the south and a little bit warmer. But here again, we kind of lie right in the middle here. So we're in between both patterns. That's why I don't get too excited one way or another whether we have a La Nina or El Nino. If it's a really, really strong pattern on either side, there might be a little bit of a difference in what we see here, but the forecast is for a very weak La Nina, so that's just a little bit north of what a neutral pattern would be. So neutral pattern would be a mix of both, but anyway, so we're looking at a weak La Nina as far as the forecast goes. And your La Nina and El Nino are basically based on your sea surface temperatures in the Pacific and the trade winds, so it just kind of you can have a big blocking pattern in a La Nina winter, which kind of takes your storm system tracks to the north. But as I said, here we get 2 or 3 winter storms here. We get blasts of Arctic air. We have our warmer days, cooler days. So like I said, for us in Oklahoma, there's not really a lot of statistical data to base a winter forecast on either scenario. Even though you'll see it on TV or elsewhere, and people put the blogs out, but that's just not the case. Anybody who's lived in Oklahoma any length of time, we've had La Nina, El Nino, La Nada. We've had all these scenarios, and one winter to the next, they're usually about the same, outside of a major Arctic outbreak, which affects pretty much the whole United States. So I want to look at some stuff here on this. I didn't want to take a lot of time on this because it's not really worth going into too deep. But here again, this is seasonal, and this is for December, January, February. Equal chances of below or above average temperatures. So again, we're right in the middle here. And this is not hot. This is just a slightly above average. This is slightly below average. This could be 3 degrees below. This could be 2 degrees above. And then our precipitation outlook, again, we're kind of close to the middle here. Equal chances. It literally says right there, equal chances. So I don't know how much more apparent or how much more obvious it can get. Equal chances. Equal chances. That's the way it goes. And I did want to go into something here. I did a little bit of reading here. And pretty much the NOAA says seasonal outlooks provide the likelihood that temperature and total precipitation amounts will be above, near, or below average, and how drought conditions are anticipated to change in the months ahead. The outlook does not project seasonal snowfall accumulations, as snow forecasts are generally not predictable more than a week in advance. So there you go. They even say themselves, don't base this this forecast on snow or whatever. So that is where we are at on that. I just wanted to give you my perspective on that whole thing there. It's not, like I said, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong, but just to predict a Oklahoma or Southern Plains winter just solely based on La Nina and El Nino, it doesn't really fly. So it doesn't work. So we'll see what happens. I mean, we could have one of the biggest winters or one of the slowest winters of all. You just don't know. It's too early to tell. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. And as of now, when I made this video here on October 18th, we will be warmer than average through the end of October, with little to no precipitation. And the first week or so of November looks a little warm with no precipitation. But trust me, it's coming. We'll probably see some Arctic air in November. We may see an early storm. We'll see. This is not a forecast, but you know how it goes here. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching, and share this video.